Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. JDAM here. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day and welcome back for another Airsoft video. How's it going, guys? Today we'll be going over my 2021 plate carrier setup. This is more of a CQB build, and for right now the only plate carrier that I have until the second one comes in from the mail. This is what I'm currently running. But before we get into the video, guys, two quick announcements. One, I want to say thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. Recently we have been exploding and we are now pretty close to over 2,000 subs. That's pretty badass. Again, thank you guys so much, and I'm glad you guys enjoy the content that I make for you guys. Second thing is, for those who don't know, that I am currently selling my custom 2020 JDAM patches. These are the tier 2 patches. If you guys are interested, I am selling them. All you have to do is inbox me either on Facebook or Instagram. Links will be down in the description below. But just a quick show off of the new patch and the new logo for the channel. Definitely badass. For those who don't know, I actually drew this. I created this all myself, and I had to get a patch company to finalize a few designs, but that is my handiwork right there, one of a kind. God bless it. But anyway, let's get into the video. Alright guys, so the base setup of this is a JPC 2.0 and multicam black. I wanted to get multicam black because I thought it was a really cool camo to run on indoors, including some outdoor fields. Definitely one of my favorite personal camos of all time. That's why I have the plate carrier and battle pants. So yeah, but this is a plain JPC 2.0. What makes it a 2.0 is when you take off the additional front mag pouches, it actually reveals a Velcro backside, which is absolutely perfect for what I do to it. And of course, I am running the very, very sexy and useful Cummerbund setup. This is a system that Spiritus System sells on their website for around $70–80. Definitely a recommendation for those who like to carry more than a few things on the field, especially for indoors or outdoors. I just love these setups right here. I'll go into more of them later on in the video, but let's get on to the bread and butter, the chassis. What makes this plate carrier shine? Alrighty, so starting off with the chassis. This chassis is, of course, brought to you by Spiritus System. Definitely really cool what they did here. So for those who are not too familiar with a micro chest rig or a chassis system, is that it is a multi-user system that lets you customize it from the inside out to the inserts depending on what your quote-unquote mission is. Since this one is more suited for indoors, I decided to buy some MP5 mag adapters. I also like to have pistol adapters that when I run outside, I like to run smokes right through the little pistol inserts. And of course, I like to run multi-tools. So typically this is where I usually keep my batteries, spare mags, any tools that I would need on the field in the ALX utility pouch. It's just a Velcro outside that fits right inside the chassis of a Spiritus system. And what's really cool about having a setup like this is that it's very adaptive to what's going on in the environment. So let's say that I'm running indoors, so of course I will be running my hopefully upgraded MP5, but now I need to move to outdoors, something that gives me a little bit more range. Well, that's where this type of system comes into play, because all you have to do is take off these two clips up top, and then you can rip it off and add a new system to a new system that supports M4 mag. So like I said, it's literally just two clips holding it together with a Velcro back onto the Velcro on the JPC, and you are able to change your loadout on any time's notice. I really love these systems for the fact of how useful they are when it comes to situations where I would need to, let's say, change my plate carrier up on the fly. And of course, we are rocking Spiritus, but also rocking out some Haley strategic swag right on the plate carrier. Of course, I'll go in a video on this guy right here, but this is just for a demonstration purpose on why I like running Micro Fights chassis rig for my plate carrier. Now, another thing about it is the JPC is the reason why I'm going with a JPC, other than how adaptable it is to modifying it with Spiritus or Haley strategic, is the fact that it's low cut, lightweight, and very comfortable. Especially on the straps right here, they are very thin but strong, and it feels pretty good on the shoulders. I also wanted something that didn't bulk out on the sides or the top, so JPC really comes in handy there. Definitely one of my favorite plate carriers. You've seen them in the movies. They're all over Instagram and YouTube. Definitely a fan favorite for real steel shooting and, of course, airsoft. Now, moving lower onto the pack, this is just a utility pack. I can either put full med kits if I need to, or run extra grenades, magazines, cameras, all that jazz. But I actually like to have it hang a little bit low to protect my lower stomach from getting shot up. Definitely really cool. It has a little snap on the bottom, so if you want to have something hanging off, maybe some chem lights, flashlight, grenade, you name it, they have it. It's actually a pretty roomy pouch. I can fit about 2 full water bottles and some extra ammo if I need it to. Definitely a favorite of mine. Relatively cheap. I got everything you see here on Amazon. I mean, other than the Haley Strategic, but a lot of the gear, from the Dangler pouch to some of the patches to the radio cables and all that stuff, I got off of Amazon. But everything you see, from the plate carrier, the Cummerbunds, the chassis, all that jazz, is going to be linked down in the description below. I did all the hard work, so you guys don't have to do anything. Alright guys, so moving on to the side, let's talk a little bit more about the Cummerbund system. There's a lot of companies that do these. I went with Spiritus just so I went well with the chassis. Definitely still works with Haley or clones of the systems that they have. But really what these are is a retention system where you guys can keep gears, tools, radio. In this state, for me, it's extra smokes, bangers, all that jazz on your side. And it's really cool is because it's almost like a flexi sports type material. Very easy and actually good airflow. Very comfortable on both sides and very useful for the fact that I can just have a shit ton of extra gear on my person if I needed it. Of course, they do come with custom camo, so I could have got multicam black or multicam or M81, all that jazz. But definitely I recommend getting these guys for the fact that it's lighter on your sides. You'll be able to get better airflow, and the fact that they are pretty much useful for a lot of different tools, from smokes, grenades, bangers, magazines, batteries, radios, all that jazz, they have it. So moving on the back, in order to make this mod go, because I actually bought a larger size cummerbund, is for the JPC's 2.0 models. They have this little mod where it's 2 straps that attach to the vest that if you cut with either a knife or scissors, you'll be able to actually run your cummerbund right through. So I have one holding out here because 4 is actually a good size for me, so I have a spare one right here, but maybe I borrow, give this vest to somebody else to use, and they're a little bit bigger than me. They can always just pop that out, but as of right now, it's pretty tight in there. Definitely cool how those 2 models work together. Definitely come and work out pretty nice. And then of course I have the cummerbunds running underneath, attaching into the back of the plate, with my backpack running through it just to secure it, extra layer of security. But yeah, no, these mods right here, I forgot the name of them, but man, they are insanely useful. Definitely recommend them. Okay, so for the back setup, I'm currently running a mini map. This is from a company called Twin Needle, link in the description below. These guys are actually from New Zealand, and they actually make pretty badass quality gear. So this is what I'm currently running. I need something low profile that will fit within the shape of the vest. Now, of course, I do run this strictly for indoors, but there is times where I do run this setup outdoors, and it's good to have something that's not too bulky but can also store quite a lot of gear if I needed to. It's a 2-pack setup, so you got a smaller pack right here, and then you have a larger pack on top. You also have some cutout holes on the side. That's where I'm actually running my antenna that's on a cord. I'll show you guys that later in a second. But yeah, it's right out of the way. I can keep my hydration bladder, extra ammo, my Odin speed loader, all within the confine shape of my plate carrier. So it's definitely not bulky, not out of the way, really cool. And they also had multicam black, which of course, you know, I had to get it matched the vest for a little bit of swag points. But yeah, so let's get into the radio setup. Okay, so this radio setup isn't exactly extraordinary extra. It's pretty basic. I got most of it up on Amazon for a relatively cheap price. But starting off for my radio, I am running the Baofeng with an extra battery attached to it. Definitely a good radio. I've seen a lot of people in this community run them. for a good reason. They're actually pretty good radios for what you get. And of course I have a adaptive antenna cord. I think it's about 3-4 feet that I have currently running from my shoulder plate up here all the way into the back where my antenna is, just so I can play with my radio but not have the antenna hit me in the face or get in the way. And then of course I have a talk to push communication device right here for my headset. I forgot the name of it, but the link will be down in the description for it as well. So flipping over to the back side, what's really cool about this pack right here is that it has a adaptive slip for us to run our cords. So this is just a standard, I think 14-inch mic or antenna that I'm running in the back of the radio with a male to female cable. That's what you saw running through my corner, through the top, through the center, and then I just adjust it onto the side like so. Adjust it onto the side so it's out of the way, but I can also still use comps, and of course it doesn't really take up any space, so it doesn't really mess with anything on the outside. If I want to run extra ammo, or if I got to run additional gear, or maybe rock out a couple of sexy patches, definitely possible. But yeah, that is currently my back plate setup. So yeah guys, that's basically what I'm currently running on my plate carrier for the year 2021. Definitely adaptive, useful, doesn't get in the way, and honestly I think it's a beautiful work of art. It may not be the coolest out there, but it's definitely one of my favorites. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content. Got a lot more videos for you guys. But yeah, this is basically the plate carrier setup. I hope you guys enjoy. My name's JDAM, and like always, I will see you guys on the field. Peace.